Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're well today. We're back in Poppyfields and we're going to be working on our koala habitat. As you can see, the koala's having a great time using our walkway, which is our fake walkway, designed for the customers, the public, to walk along. But obviously they can't, but I wanted to make it look like they could. So that's good. So what are we going to do today? Obviously we've got a lot of decorating to do in here, enrichment items and vegetation. We've got some detailing on the outside. I also want to get a keeper hut and a staff room in here. So actually I'm going to do that first so that I can set up a work zone. So let's think, how do I want to arrange this? Let's do it. Actually no, I don't really need a big keeper hut. Actually, let's do the staff room first. Let's do a big staff room like that. And then we'll do a small keeper hut. Like that. Lovely. Right, let's get a work zone set up. So we want one keeper hut, one staff room, and one habitat. Okay, koalas. Lovely, and let's get somebody assigned. Who have we got? Clyde Brenner. There you go. You can be koalas. We've still got plenty of spare ones as well that are just generally walking around doing stuff. Excellent. Okay, so we've got that sorted. Right, let's have a look in here then. Let's have a look at some enrichment first. So as you know, this is going to be the last habitat that we do in this zoo. And so I'll get most of it done in this episode, I think. And then next time we'll look at rounding off the outside of the zoo, which I'll probably do with a bit of fencing mostly around here, I think. Right, so what do we got? Let's have a look. Food enrichment. Eucalyptus tree feeder. That sounds like a good one to put in, doesn't it? I feel like we should maybe get a couple of those. Quite close to the walkway. Playing by the looks of it. But that's fine. Let's get one of those down over there. And we'll get a mirror thingy down over here. And we'll give them a little scent pad over here as well. So that, by the looks of it, is basically all they're going to have. Of course, we could put in more sort of climbing framey stuff for them. Actually, these things are pretty cool, aren't they? I wonder, let's get rid of that. I wonder if we can have any of this going over here. Just looking at it, I think that's a no. No, that's not going to work, is it? That's a shame. What have we got? A climbable natural tree trunk. Quite like that. Let's get one of those in there. Get another one over there. I'll make sure that they aren't upsetting the natural traversable area, I should say. I'm just thinking about something here. Just going to see if I can do something with this. I'm just wondering whether they can climb up this. And if I can somehow make it look good. Let's just see. I'm just going to kind of whack this in. I can obviously work out what it looks like at the bottom. I'm mainly concerned with how it looks in the middle. I guess I could get one of these in the middle as well, just make it look like the people have to kind of walk around it. It's not the end of the world, is it? I imagine people walk through it, but you know, I quite like it. If the animals can use it anyway. Let's find one. Let's see what they can do. Right, they can. Yeah, they can. They can go up and down it. That's good. They can. They can't quite get through there, which is a shame. Tell you what, I might just do. Let's just get these grouped together. If I just move the whole thing over like that. There we go. Now they can get there. They can get on the pathway. They can't quite get down here yet because it's not quite there. But what I can do at the bottom here, if I can just get a little rock at the bottom like that, that should, yeah, well, they can go down it. I assume that means they can get on and off of it at the bottom there. Don't know, we'll see. And I guess what do they do with these? Oh, they come up to here, do they? Oh yeah, they put food in there, so they climb up the trees to that. That's cool. That's nice. It gives them another little climbing frame area right in the middle over the top there as well. That's good. Cool. So as far as enrichment goes, that's basically all we need. So let's come in here now and let's just do some bushwork. So I had these gaps to fill in the fences, didn't I? So I'm going to just get a little bit of bushwork going on here. Kind of just making these entranceways look nice. Let's just get something a little bit different in here as well. Just try and mix it up a bit. There we go. That's nice. Okay, so that's that looking decent. Right, so what else have we got in here? It's a big habitat, so we definitely need some decent foliage growing around. So I'll get some stuff like this around the edge. Obviously you don't want to block the view completely, but at the same time you want to kind of make people want to go into the habitat. So I have had a lot of fun in this zoo, I have to say. I'm looking forward to my next zoo though. Quite excited to crack on with a new theme. Which is going to be jungle. So obviously if you've got any thoughts on stuff that you specifically want to see me do in a jungle themed zoo, then please do let me know. Not sure how I'm going to edge all of this lot yet. For now I'm just doing some fairly random bushwork. What else have we got? I never understood that stuff. It looks too dead to me. That's a nice looking bush. Let's get some of this around. Yeah, I might do some rocks, I think, around this edge. Not the rocks that I've been using, like my little custom rock lines. I think I might do something a bit different with some rocks around here. Right, that's a bit of bushwork around the outside. That's nice. And then what do we want in the middle? I do like this Koala, not quite like that, because I'm just going to pop that in and just see, because I think it's non-traversable. Actually, no, that's fine. Good. I'm very pleased about that, because I like the look of this stuff. When you just sink it in and use it like this, I do think it looks really nice. So I'll just get a load of this in. Because the thing is, with something like this, it's all about when they're off the ground. So it doesn't matter too much if you cover up the ground, because they will spend a lot of their time off the ground. You want to leave these little pathways for them. But yeah, mainly it's going to be about climbable trees. Nice. Okay, that is good. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's not messing up traversable area at all. Excellent. Okay, good. I will come in and do some painting actually. Let's do that now. So we want this to be a proper dirt track through the middle. Obviously this is where people are walking, so there's no way that would stay looking nice. Lovely. And then I'm just going to kind of dirt up a few tracks around here, you know, sort of their most walked areas, like that, and kind of up through here, and then just a little bit more on this side as well. So there's not too much green, because I don't think there would be realistically. Good, there we go, that looks nice. Right, let's have a look at the water. I don't think I'm going to put reeds in here today. I feel like reeds would just be a bit overwhelming, because it is only a very small area of water. So I think if I just use this grass as a sort of a base in the water. Can't get it in the whole thing, but yeah, it looks pretty good like that. Good. Okay. Actually, I do like those. Maybe I could just squeeze one or two of those in. There we go. What have we got here? Some buffalo grass. Yeah, I'll get a load of this in. Actually, I'll get some on the little mound in the middle, which I like. Where's the eel grass? Ooh, what's that? Daffodil. Well, do you know what? I have not even noticed that daffodils are in the game. Look at them. Stunning. We'll have some daffodils. Say it's spring. Elephant grass. Let's get a bit of this in, because this is lovely looking stuff. And then we've got no, it's not that one. What's the one I was thinking of? It wasn't even the elephant grass. That wasn't actually the one I was thinking of. Eel grass, this is the one. I like this eel grass. So I'm just going to get some of that scattered in as well. Go back to my old phrase, layer upon layer upon layer until it looks good. There we go, nice. Right, so this is all to open. So let's come back up to here, and let's get some of this going. I'm just sinking that in a bit because I don't want it too thick. But I quite like the idea of having this kind of growing around the areas where they don't walk so much. I just think that it's just extra little bit of detail which I think makes all the difference in this kind of habitat. I'll have to check that they can still use that. Okay, and a little bit over this side as well. It's all looking a little bit too bare over here, isn't it? Good stuff. Right. Nearly done then. And then, what else do we need? Maybe some rocks might be a good idea. Let's just check out the foliage. What do we think? I think I still need a little bit of colour. I might just try and get a few little woodlandy looking plants in here. Just the odd bit scattered around, you know, nothing too in your face. Again, just trying to make it look natural. Maybe the odd little alpine currant, why not? And what else have we got? I suppose pitcher plant. Oh, I haven't seen that before either. Wow, that's a crazy looking thing, isn't it? Okay. There are new things, basically, that I haven't discovered yet. Oh yeah, the basket ferns. That's pretty cool. But no, let's just come back to here. Let's have a look at our Taiga rocks. I just feel like I could get the odd little rock formation in. Just one or two. Literally, just like that. Just the odd little bit showing through here and there. Nice. Right, is this usable? Yes, it is. Lovely. Right, how are we looking then? I think it might just be trees that we need to do. I think that's looking nice. So we want trees and we want climbable. Now, is there a eucalyptus? No. How do you spell eucalyptus? Make sure. Oh, inaccessible. Accessible. Okay. Right, hang on. How do you spell eucalyptus? EU. So, is there... Let's get rid of that. Ah, here we go. So we've got a... Well, blimey, that's big. Okay, maybe a bit too big. How about... Oh my god. I was really hoping for some smaller eucalyptus. Those ones aren't too bad. Okay, well, it's going to have to be these ones then, I guess. I am going to assume that they can at least climb these ones. But yeah, definitely can't have too many of these going in because it's going to look way too overcrowded, I think, with those. They're nice though. I mean, they're nice looking trees. Let's just check that they can use them all. I don't think they can use that one. There's no green lines on that, so I might move that one. That one's fine. Don't think they can use that one. that one's got the green line. That one has. Hang on, what have I missed? Okay, so it's these two. Oh, I've gone on a bush. Hang on. There you go. I need an animal. No, they still can't go up those ones. Oh well. That one's okay. Was it this one? Yeah, they can't use that one. Still can't use that one. And now it's blocking them. Well, that's no good, is it? Let's just move right to the edge there. Ah, there we go. They can use that one. Okay, so it's still just this one causing an issue. Let's move it to the edge like that. And then let's find an animal. Hey, there we go. Now they can use it. Great. So they've got some nice trees that they can climb now as well. Oh, is he going to go? Yes, he is. Look at this. He's going to use our little thingy. Look at him go. Not the fastest of climbers, are they? But he's doing all right. Yeah, this isn't ideal. I might just get a little bit of wood on here to make that look a little bit more realistic. Let's do that while I think about it. I'm glad he's using it though. He looks cool. He's a happy koala. Yes. Oh, all I need is like a little 1 meter beam, don't I? Something like that. Let's get angle snap and align to surface. Okay, there we go. There we go. It just makes it look like it's actually attached to something. Like that. Let's just sink that tiny bit more. There we go. Right, and then I'll just bring that along to there. And to there. And I'm going to assume that doesn't mess up their traversable areas. Let's have a look. Nope, fantastic, right. Cool, so I am pretty happy with how that habitat is looking now. What I am going to do next, before I keep going, hang on, that's the wrong thing, is just get some more koalas in because we don't have many in here. I just think it'll work a bit nice if we get some more. So let's get Madison, Cooper, Jack, Layla, Scarlett, Olivia, Finn and Max. There we go. And let's move all of them into there. Great. Now, did we do any education on this one yet? Let's have a look. I don't think we have. I think maybe somewhere here might be a good spot. Or actually, no, there's a wider path here. So maybe on this corner somewhere. Let's have a look. Somewhere like this, I reckon. Let's see what it says. Right, so this can throw food. Fantastic. Let's go February because it's the 14th. We've gone through the year already, so we're back to the start. So let's go February. Koalas. Whoops. Right. Animal talk points. Where do we find that stuff in here? Education. Animal talks. There we go. Let's have a look. Generally, people are doing well. Nobody's gone to the lake for either of these ones. Actually, well, 2 for that one. That's disappointing. People like hearing about the badgers and the Komodo dragons, but not so much the lake animals. That's a shame. Hey ho. Right. More koalas coming in. Wonderful. So that is that habitat done, apart from obviously the surroundings. Where are we on the time? 5 more minutes for this episode. Okay, so what I was going to do around the edge, I was going to just do a bit of rock work. Oops. So yeah, I was gonna use these around the edge. Let's get rid of all that malarkey. So yeah, essentially I was gonna keep it slightly raised. And yeah, just to create a bit of a proper edge. Yeah, pretty much this all the way around basically. Let's just double that bit up there because it was showing through a bit. I think it looks alright doing this. It's very hard, I've probably said this before, I've had to know I have, coming up with creative ways of doing edges. Mainly, I think if you're just playing on your own, it's easier. But obviously, when I'm doing it for you guys, you don't want to sit there for half an hour watching me make a custom edge, a custom bit of fencing or whatever. And so you do end up sort of just doing the same sort of edging, something like this that's relatively quick and easy to do. I think if I was just playing on my own, for purely my own leisure, then I would probably be more creative and do other things. What I'm hoping with my next zoo is, because it's going to be a fairly small, compact zoo, and I know I said this one was going to be, but it's not really turned out that small. I'm hoping I'm going to do a lot more custom stuff, a lot more detail, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. I hope, anyway. I know this is covering up a load of this grass, but that's fine. Oh, hang on, where are we? Just got a bit disorientated there. Okay, so we'll just do it like that. We'll come over there. Right, and all the way along this back edge. I think it works okay when you've got all the foliage blending it in as well. Because obviously it is a repeating pattern. But yeah, it is what it is. I think I can get away with it. Well, I'm going to anyway. Whether I can or not, I'm going to. So thanks for your feedback so far. Comments on this episode so far. I mean, I say comments. I think there's been one comment, and somebody said it was good, looking good. I think that was Super Ghost UK. So thanks for that. Glad somebody likes it. Hopefully, everyone who's watching it is enjoying this particular enclosure. I hope Stephen is. I did this for you, Stephen. So I hope you approve of what I've done. I'm pretty sure it was you that suggested the whole walkthrough thing. So what have we got here? We've got a little bit of land here. So let's just come back in here and get a bit of bushwork going on in this corner. Let's get a bit of arrow wood to kind of cover that up, and then we'll get maybe a nice tree in the corner here. What else have we got here? This is quite nice stuff. Let's get some of this kind of on these rocks. Oh, just realised I left a little bit of green showing at the end there, so we'll hide that. Quite like this stuff as a kind of a rock climber. I like it when you just scatter it around, and it just looks like it's rambling all over the rocks. There we go, nice. Let's just get a little bit on this side as well, just to continue that theme a little bit, just around this end. Right, now let's just scoot around. I'll use this to fill in any little gaps. If I think there's too much sort of repeating pattern, like here on the rocks, then I'll just use some of this just to disguise it a little bit. let's get a nice big one of those in there, and maybe a little creosote as well. There we go. Right, let's just keep going with this. Yeah, actually this works really nicely on these rocks, doesn't it? Just blending them in a little bit more. It's nice that you don't have to overthink this kind of thing. You just whack it on and it just looks incredibly natural. And it doesn't matter if it's kind of spilling out, because that's what plants do. You want it to look like it's been growing on it for a while. Boom. There we go. So that is our little habitat done there. What have we got here? I just got a random little corner there. So I am going to get this going. Let's... Not really sure what's happened here. I'll just check these plants out in a minute because they're looking a little bit weird, aren't they? But let's just get this little bit filled in. I do love these little things that I made here. Such a handy little piece to use. Nice. I don't mind leaving that bare. That's fine. Some bare areas are good. But yeah, this is all spilling out a bit too much over here onto that path. So let's just... There we go. I don't mind it spilling out a tiny bit, but that's just a bit too much. So this is all good. I don't mind having some bare areas. You don't need every bit of your park or your zoo kind of completely filled. That's a bit annoying. People looking at the lake from there, but there we go. That's life. Can't do much about that. Great. So what do we need here? We need media. Let's get a couple of media boards up. So let's just zoom out. Where are people approaching from? You've got them coming on there, there, and there, and there. So yeah, quite a lot. So we'll get one at this end. So let's get one near the education talk point. So we'll just sink one onto the rock there, and then we'll come up to this end. And we'll get one on there. Excellent stuff. There we go. So that is our koala habitat done, I think. I think that's looking really good. Right, where are we with time? Oh, we're done. We're done. Good. Okay, brilliant. So that is going to do it for our koala habitat. So next episode, I've got this little keeper hut and staff room to build, and then we've got to look at just creating an edge that comes all the way around like this. Oh, my little girl's woken up. She was having a snooze and she's not had a lot. I will have to say bye-bye now, and I will say hello to my little girl. Hello, Poppy. Daddy's just recording. I'm talking to people. I'll be with you in just 1 second. Okay, I'm just going to say bye-bye. Right, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I shall see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye for now.